What do you want to talk about, G, or do you have something just from totally different?
He thinks the elections would be a good topic just because it's coming up, and he wants to get people aware that they need to vote. Even if they don't support either one, they need to go vote. It's not about ignoring this election. If you ignore it, you're going to get served with somebody you don't want as a president.
Okay. Is it a close race, G?
Yes, but no.
Okay.
It's not so close if they want to recount or anything.
Okay.
But, you know, the numbers are pretty...
You need to vote.
Yeah, you need to go vote.
Okay. Let's just take, I want a few questions without saying who I prefer or whatever. I'm sure you'll be able to tell. But did Trump run as a joke and then it took? Did he plan on running for president, or did he find himself in the middle of it?
He did not plan on running for president. He found himself in the middle of it.
And he's just going to stay with it?
It started as a joke in a way.
Okay.
But then when people started voting and he got elected as nominee, he still didn't take it seriously. He's just going to be himself.
Right.
But he's starting to recognize all the duties and roles that go along with being president. And he laughs. He says even he himself isn't that interested in it.
Gotcha.
If he could run all the economics part, then he'd be fine.
Right.
But his policies and understanding international war, anything of that nature is out of his hands.
Okay.
He can't.
I got you. And Clinton's definitely interested in being president.
Yes.
Okay.
Planned for over a decade.
Okay. What did this election teach us as a human race? That there's still so much racism, and what got exposed through this?
Well, you mentioned one of them, which is racism.
Yeah.
But I think the bigger one is that we have a lot of hate. You know, we talk about freedoms, but we don't give freedom to everybody. That's the racism part.
Okay.
The biggest thing for me is that we paint our country as a place that can love everybody. Come, we're open, we're willing. But then when Trump starts speaking the words of segregation, even going back to man versus woman, you know, which is the first form of segregation. It doesn't even matter the color of your skin, it's just a woman. And then going culturally to skin colors, and then even to age, and even handicap. You know, he said some nasty shit about that too. It's just like his lack of understanding and compassion, it shows us how many people in the States that we have like that. And for me, the whole election is based on this. How do we not take care of the money in our pockets, but how do we take care of each other? Because it's showing pretty damn quick that we really don't care to. We don't. I do. I will. I'll go vote. Don't worry.
Right.
He's like, then go vote.
He really exposed just the way that he segregates deeply. Not just, I don't know if segregation is only a word for cultural color, but just the way he talks, like, let's talk to the gays, let's talk to the handicapped, let's talk to the...
Yeah,
he doesn't
labels.
really unite us as one. He considers himself different, I guess.
Big time. He sees himself as, he's egocentric, narcissistic, that it's all about him and keeping him afloat. And he's trying to tell everybody that this is the way to be, this is how you do succeed. And for those people who are compassionate and believe in supporting a community, Mom, they can't stand up to that. They don't know how to. So we don't really have the tools to kind of work against him.
Right.
The only thing that we can do is be true.
Mm-hmm.
Be true to ourselves, take care of ourselves, and do our best.
Is there anything you like about Trump, Griffen?
Besides his hair?
I almost spit out my coffee.
Besides his hair. These are all jokes. Besides the way he likes his daughter so much.
Ooh.
I'm not saying that. Besides how he thinks he can grab P-U-S-S-Y.
Right.
He goes, I don't know, Mom, there's so much to pick from.
Oh, wow.
Is there anything? He said, if I'm looking deep, I would say I like the way he believes United States needs to be taken care of.
Okay.
But the way he wants to take care of us is money for the wealthy and elite and not bringing along the poor, because he doesn't know how to connect to them. He doesn't know how to talk to them. He doesn't know where they're coming from. He's so far removed.
I heard that he was born with like the silver spoon, as we say, but like inherited like 100 million or something. I don't know, something crazy from his dad. So he'd have no way of walking in those shoes.
None. And he didn't serve on any board. He didn't do volunteer time. You know, even the nonprofit that he has, he uses that money he has it so that he can run tax money through it. He says it's smart business, yes, but at the same time, it's, taking away the nutrition that the government does need to be able to create a better country.
Has he had any personal struggle, Griff, that I don't see? That humans don't see?
Personal struggle? I think it would be that he can't trust or connect to people.
That's deep. But he wouldn't recognize that he can't do that.
Yeah, he sees it more as being angered by them.
So it's not like he suffers depression that we don't know about or something. Does he have human struggle like that? Like layman struggle, that he hasn't exposed?
No, because when you're narcissistic, you're not going to be depressed because you know that it's not your problem, it's everybody else's problem.
Right.
That you're in a room full of idiots. You don't point at yourself and say that you're the idiot.
Right. He's not the first one to say he's wrong, in other words. It'd be hard to admit that he's wrong.
Correct.
If he doesn't win this election, will it change his life?
Yes, he's already started to adapt a little bit. He's starting to understand what remorse is. Feeling bad.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah. Boy, but he had to take it on a granddaddy scale to learn it. Right?
Yes.
He wasn't very penetrable or whatever as a human. Was it just the life he was born into that gave him this outlook? Was he taught the things that he believes?
So Griffin's like, do you mean like, was he taught like the snobbery that he has?
Yeah. From his father and such. The racism and the...
Oh, the righteousness?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but it got worse as he found out that he could manipulate other people and take their money and kind of get away with it. So that just fed the ego that he was doing the right thing and that it's everybody else's problem. If they give away money, they give away money.
Mm-hmm. I wonder what makes people want to vote for him. Like, why would... Just because they're Republican and they see that party stamp above him? Or what is it? Like, do they really look at it and really think, oh my God, this is a good guy? Because you have a lot of religious Bible Belt people voting for Trump or expressing that they are going to vote for Trump. What is that?
Because he has a lot of the old values, Mom. We definitely, can't do abortion. We can't let women really have rights.
Right.
There's a place for everything. It's not about growing and being who you are.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the gays being the gays over there, so that the white people who can't understand what it's like to even want to be gay can be okay.
Right.
So it's just really keeping the segregation. And a lot of the religious beliefs don't pull together the acceptance of all.
Yeah.
You know, they shun it and they say, if you're not this way, you go to hell. Or if you're not this way, you're not accepted into heaven. And so a lot of what a lot of what Trump stands for feeds that segregation for the people who are religious.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's just my opinion. That's how we see it here. He's the voice of many who've been quiet, and he's giving them an excuse to be assholes and to be dicks and point fingers and not take responsibility for self, you know, and then be able to, what? Lots of talk. And not be able to take responsibility of what's happening. So Maitland is chiming in as well as your mother, and they're talking about how out of all the people in the world, there's about 20% of people who can really just see where they're going. They can visualize it, they can make it happen, you know, and these are the entrepreneurs. These are the ones who are just, they go for it and they know they're okay. And there's 80% of people who don't know how to focus on that to create it. They're not entrepreneurs, they're workers, you know, and they're fine with it. Griffen says Trump feeds on those 80% and gives them an excuse to say, this is bullshit, this is crap, you know, and he also plays the, don't you want to be like me? I can do whatever I want. I can kiss whoever I want. I have plenty of money and go wherever I need to, and I don't have to pay anybody anything because I've made it. I'm above the law. So not only does he pander to them, he feeds to their dreams, and he gives them excuses to not be responsible. Griff says, lucky me, it's not a world I have to live in.